September 17th, 2024. How's it going, guys? Well, I got another video for you. What are we going to talk about? Kansas City, Independence, Missouri. We're going to talk about crime. We're going to talk about drugs. We're going to talk about the homeless. And we're going to talk about prostitution and trafficking a little bit. So I went to Sam's over here. Had to get some Gatorade and Coke and a few other odds and ends. And I jumped back up on I-70, got off on Nolan Road there, exit, and crossed over the bridge. And there was this younger lady that was up over off the ramp and looked like she was greeting all the guys coming up that ramp, vaping a little bit there and stuff. And then I get up there where the station is, well, that Quality Inn. You know, this is where it's all come from, is that Quality Inn. Yeah, because it's quality. A lot of bad stuff, a lot of drug stuff, a lot of prostitution stuff going over there. Come into Kansas City, I wouldn't recommend that place. I wouldn't recommend this area at all. You don't want to get in these areas. So I turned the corner, and right up against the wall, our favorite wall, where they're passed out, drugged out, or or the prostitutes are standing there. There was a car today at a 45-degree angle with a black lady in it watching. And this white younger lady that was up there on the ramp greeting all the guys, I don't know where she came. I'm sure she came from the motel over there, but you know, some of these ones that are trafficking, I mean, they have their pimps, they have their higher-ups that control all of it. And there's a lot of women. There's a lot of women that control that too. A lot of madams that control a lot of those women. Don't kid yourself. I know when I went down there to Doc Holliday's on 40 Highway, there was a ring working out of there. And they had a lot of women on the side doing things on the side, making money. And there was a top lady that was overseeing all that, guys. So, yeah, I know a little bit about all this stuff. So, I get on down a little ways from where the motel, well, actually it's still, I think, in the same parking lot as the motel, and there's a guy digging through the trash on the grass out there. I'm going to show that. And then I get on up there by the great Gordman's and Toys R Us. And trash, you know, they move that dumpster, move the bed, move the couches. Well, I guess they're going to have a harder time having fun. Well, nah, they'll just go up to the motel. But anyway, I want to show the trash that's piled up there. A lot of it now. But as I start on across, there's a car that comes over from the Toys R Us parking lot speeding across pretty fast. Pretty good rate. Caught my eye. Then I noticed there was that homeless guy from day before last that was riding the bike. He was sitting up against the building. And that silver car about a week or 2 weeks ago, I mean, I do so many videos here of so much bad stuff going on. Kind of lose track of all that. I have to go back and look at all of it. But it was sitting there today. And it amazes me what they're doing in this one building. I mean, none of these buildings are open. None of them are have any businesses inside anymore. So what are they doing in this building? Yeah, I mean, it ain't like it looks like they're trying to get it ready for anything. So what are they doing in there? I mean, I think that'd be something Independence should be asking. Maybe the code's violation place. Maybe the city of Independence. I mean, somebody owns that property. It's their. I mean, those were businesses, and when there's no windows or anything else, and it looks like an old abandoned building. I mean, we have some buildings here in Kansas City that's unique. If you go up here off 24 Highway, Susquehanna, kind of like in that area, there used to be a Kmart there. That ain't a Kmart anymore, guys. That's a high-tech machining place there. Looks like a kind of an old abandoned building of Kmart. Oh, no, they got the latest technology. I mean, We're talking lasers all the way there. I went over there. The only reason I know that, I had applied way far back for a job over there. And you had to wait to go through all of it. And they got a security door. Wonder what they're making there. Yeah, never know what's going on here in, United States behind those doors, do you? So, anyway, getting on with this, I get on up. This car speeds across there, and it goes over into the Gordman's lot. Almost looked like two of those people. It looked almost like those two that was almost stripping that vehicle, that BMW, that one night out there behind Kentucky Fried Chicken. But I don't know. But man, they were moving on across there awful quick. They didn't want to get seen, but they got seen, so we're going to show that. And then they took on off up on 40 Highway. So let's get started with this. And like I say, there's a lot of stuff going on here. And like I say, the drugs keep moving, and a lot more prostitution. More prostitution. Drugs and prostitution go hand in hand, and it's just getting heavier. The more the volume of people that's come in here, the heavier it's become. But this gal, she was walking across there, like I say, she was there and being friendly. And she was vaping a little bit. You can see the go puff there come off of her as I drove on across. But probably nothing. It's like, there ain't nothing to worry about here. This Kansas City Independence. Everything's fine. Don't worry. I just turned ahead. Don't look, guys. Hold on. All right, guys. Welcome to Kansas City and Independence, Missouri, up here on I-70 ramp at Nolan Road. So, I did this on my phone because I had kind of pulled in a little bit better. But we're going to do this real quick. I'm going to just show this real quick. Let's see if I can just zoom in here. And, probably nothing. And, doing a little bit of vaping on the way, too, there. A lot of prostitution, a lot of drugs going on more by this Quality Inn motel now. It's only about a minute long, guys, so. There goes that vape, that puff. See that big old puff? There you go. All right, so hold on, guys. All right, there's one little bit more closer in where I could bring it in there a little bit there. So we're going to go on up here, and I'm going to show this red vehicle that's setting. Now, this, like you say, they're coming from the motel up here and the filling station, so hold on. And there was a lot of them hanging. Now, you see where my cursor is right here. There was, I can't show you the other guy, but there was a couple guys over here, homeless. And then there was somebody walking across here. Now, I don't know if this was homeless or not, but I'm going to show that. And I'm going to get into this car. Let's see if I can see that. I know there was another gentleman somewhere walked there. Yeah, right here. Let's see if I can see it right there. Right there. Yeah, they weren't. Yeah, that was homeless, definitely. Hold on. Okay, guys, so I'm turning here at Kentucky Fried Chicken. I want to show this vehicle. And this vehicle actually is set in a 45-degree angle, pointed out so it can take off real quick. But I found that kind of, I just found that kind of, it's strange right there, right off the bat. Because you never see them in a 45 there. You either see them parked either horizontal or vertical, not a 45. And there was a black lady that was in this vehicle. So, I don't know. And like I say, you don't know who's trafficking. You don't know what's going on here. But Something Independence needs to get back up here and take a look at. Or Jackson County Sheriff or even State Highway Patrol. This is right off the interstate. So I guess that, if they can't, Highway Patrol could probably check it out here. There's a lot of this stuff going on. And, I don't know, I don't know, is that another person there? No, that's a fire. That's a fire hydrant right there. Okay. But this vehicle right here, like I say, had a black lady in it. So we're going to go on up real quick here. Only got so much time on my tablet to show this. There's a great motel. But you see this. And there's this guy, he's rummaging through the trash over on the grass over here. Like he'd pulled some of the trash out and he's going through the trash over here. Now, I'm going to show this from the back side. I don't know if I could slow this down. Maybe I can here. And let's see if we can. There. Okay, I'll bring it in where the cursor is. You can see him right there. So this is what they see. This is what people are going to see in Kansas City. When they come into Kansas City, into Independence, and like I say, this motel I would not recommend. I mean, I wouldn't want to go, whether it be Branson or St. Louis or any place else. I mean, the places we stayed at, we tried to stay at, halfway decent, locations and stuff. This is, to me, is not something that's being tried to be solved by anybody. Doesn't seem like Independence is trying to solve anything here, because these people are the same repeat ones, the repeat offenders, the ones that keep going over and over, whether they're doing the drugs, digging through the trash. I mean, nothing gets resolved here at all. And would you want to stay? Would you want to take your children into this place? Not me. I wouldn't want to do that. Hold on. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and run this so we can see this guy, but I also want to show the trash. Now, what's amazing is these places usually have somebody. I mean, there must not be anybody anymore that has groundskeepers or maintenance to pick up anything. Because some of these things is just unbelievable, the stuff that you see as you go along here. This is right up by the motel. This is the motel right out in front. I mean, if they had anybody in maintenance, they'd have somebody at least walking it every day for an hour, picking that trash up even. Look at that. Unbelievable. Look at it. Oh, it looks like a shopping cart. One of the homeless left up there on the pole. Let's see if I can stop this, where this is at. All right. And this was a guy, it's about as good as I can get it. He had trash on the ground. I guess maybe, I don't know, maybe he was looking for food. Looks like he's got something in his hand, putting it up to his mouth. I don't know, guys. But this is Kansas City. This is Independence, Missouri. I mean, the only way these things are going to get better is if this stuff is addressed. I post every day. I show this stuff. Everybody sees this all around the world. And, to make stuff get better, people out there that are running these places, doing these things, and even the police need to, kind of try to clean some of this stuff up. There's got to be ways to get these people help. There's got to be ways to make sure if the ones that are dealing the drugs and have the drugs on them, maybe they need to go get locked up for a little bit, dry it out a little bit, solve that problem. So hold on. Okay, guys, now this is that hill as you start up towards the old cinema. Gordman's on the right, Toys R Us on the left, and you can see the bags of trash. What I don't get is they had a 40-foot dumpster look like a roofing and everything else, unless it just had to be roofing. But then they still took the couches and they still took the bed, but they left the piles of trash there. That's crazy, ain't it, guys? This is Independence here. This is Kansas City. So let's go on up and see what we see here. Just let me speed this up just a hair. So I look over to the right, don't see anything. And first thing we're going to see is this card's moving up, see, at a pretty good rate of speed. We're just going to stop that right there. Two individuals, two young, probably about, look like from, I don't know, I would say from 25 to 35 years of age in this vehicle. But they sure didn't want to be seen for some ungodly reason. And I'm going to try to turn this down a little bit. It's a little bit bright. Let's see if I can go down here. Yeah, it'll help a little bit. Yeah, I think it helped a little bit. So you got two individuals sitting over there in the parking lot. Over there doing what? I mean, a vacant parking lot here. So you can see where it's going to go. Now, hold on. I'm going to make a loop because I see a guy. It's over by the pillar. I couldn't see who it was first. Couldn't see. It was actually the homeless guy that was riding that bike yesterday. But I also see that silver car that was pulled in. It was actually pulled up against the wall before this one. Now, this used to be, what was it? Something called, I think it had like furniture or something in it. And then it was like an antique deal. So what are they doing here? All these things are completely shut down. I can't, look at that, guys. As far as you can see, now this is Independence here. As far as you can see, it used to be, what was a Country Buffet, Toys R Us, Babies R Us. Used to be Sally's, I think Sally's Beauty Salon was in there too. I mean, all these places are gone. Gone. I mean, they've moved on. And this thing's like a horror thing of breeding homeless, drugs, and everything else, and prostitutes now. Why isn't this getting done about this place? That's what I can't get over. I mean, either fix it back up or tear it down. Because to me, and I don't think anybody's going to put any money in this. Because most of the time, when you get something this big, it don't matter if it's this or just like, a restaurant, most of the time, banks won't loan. They'll loan on a new deal to where you can rebuild. Just like, I can't remember what that one business is, or what other restaurant they built off Lee Summit there. What was that, CVS or Walgreens, where they tore down, they're building something else there now. But they had to tear it all down. Because, I mean, a lot of the banks, they won't loan. I mean, occasionally, it just depends on who you know. But that's what I don't get about this. I mean, and this has been vacant now for years. I mean, this isn't like something that's been, just happened in the last year or something. So, that's crazy. But, let's get on to the guy. It's underneath the pillar, kind of over by the pillar, too. Let's see, bring this in. So I can enhance this. I'm going to brighten up pretty bright, so. Okay, guys. Let's see if I can get this. Hold on. I'm getting close on time, too. Just a second. Give me a second. Okay, guys, that's about as good as I can do, but I'll get it from the back side, so hold on just a second. But I want to go ahead and show this because I'm about ready to run out of time. So that vehicle's over here. See where my cursor is? And it went over here to this other building, and it circled around, and then it's going to pull out on 40 Highway. I want to show that, and then I'll get back to this guy here. So let's show this real quick. So this bunch had to be up no good. I mean, only thing Independence would have to do is drive through here and run a check on them. I mean, my God. I mean, It's that, you know, here you go again. It don't even make sense. Let's see here. I don't think we're going to be able to see that other part. Hold on, guys. All right, guys. So this is what I was pulling out, heading back towards the house. This vehicle from over here went out of the parking lot, crossed up on the 40 highway, and comes back over here. And guess where it's going? Right back over to the Toys R Us parking lot. So this isn't rocket science. They can check these people out and know what they're doing, and which ones, like I say, do have drugs on them. There's a vehicle right there. That's the vehicle. So let's get back to that guy real quick. All right, guys. He's right over here. You can see his head. And he's just leaning back. But that's the thing. I mean, well, shoot, here we go. Why, we could just take all these vacant buildings and make it into a homeless shelter for all of them. Here we go. Ah! Oh, my God, in the trash. Unbelievable, guys. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. So, a lot of stuff going on. And like I say, it would be good to see some of this stuff getting cleaned up a little bit. And if you hadn't seen any of my other videos from early this morning, up there at High V, they had an incident up there at that filling station. There was several police vehicles. They had it all roped off or with their tape, yellow tape, and then even in that one section, like if you'd be pulling in, coming, let's see, what would that be, westward bound on 40, on one section, you couldn't even get through. It didn't look like to me. It looked like they'd even had the tape across there where people couldn't get into it even. So it had to be something pretty bad. You know, you don't have 3 or 4 police vehicles and tape all around a whole convenience store unless it gets robbed or somebody got shot or something. They ain't going to do that for a drive out. And can't really have drive outs anymore because you got to either prepay or use your card anymore. So anyway, guys, keep your eyes open and stay safe out there.